Hey guys, I'm Lewis. I have a sore throat. My Xbox is now getting repaired, and this is L.A Noire.
The case that makes you, and the case that breaks you.
Gotta say, I say that every time, but still, gotta say,
LAPD, could we have a word?
I
Case we never solved.
never imagined it to be like this.
You shot a man in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
Seems pretty cool. It's okay. I don't know, but at the moment I've kind of got this thing about old kind of looking games. You've kind of, you listen to the music and the sound of how they're kind of doing everything, and at the moment it's sounding pretty decent. Yeah. Well, let's get straight to it. You probably already know what's happening within these games, and gotta say, pretty darn good. It's a detective game, detective discovery game from the creators of Rockstar Games, who are also the creators of like Grand Theft Auto and everything, which to be honest I'm not that keen on Grand Theft Auto, but at least for everyone this game is actually coming out on Xbox 360 and not just PlayStation, so that's pretty darn sweet, even though it does always come out on Xbox 360. Just ignore me. Anyway, this game takes place in post-war 1940s Los Angeles, so that's LA for you, just to make that clear. It's a city of glamour, glamour, fame and wealth, but also where crime, vice, corruption is rife. That is the word that I'm saying. I don't know what it means, but it's called rife. The player assumes the role of Cole Phelps, an LAPD officer who rises through the ranks of the department. He has joined the police. I have a text. I'm sorry, I put my phone silent there. Anyway, he has joined the police force to right the wrongs, of course, as everyone wants to do. He committed during the Second World War. He starts off as a patrolman, then a traffic detective, then homicide, then vice, and finally an arson investigator. So he works up the roles of all these desks, and every mission that he does becomes more and more complicated, which is pretty darn sweet within this game. I mean, to be honest, you can see it here where he's kind of changed, different from suits to suits to suits. You can also see that the graphics and everything are getting, not the graphics, but I mean graphics and then like gore and everything are getting more and more kind of gruesome, which is, which is fair enough. Yes, it's pretty cool. May 20th, apparently, whereas I believe it comes out 17th and the 20th. Got you there. Alright, anyway, to continue, he has to earn these ranks. Each rank gives the player a partner which helps Phelps in his investigations. These are fights and arrests. The game blends investigation elements such as mystery and crime solving with fast-paced action sequences from chases on foot to cars. Yay! But by the way, as it's set like in the post-1940s or whatever, it's like old cars, so they're not very fast, so beware. I'm sure you can go to a shop and zoop them up. You can give it a shot. You can go and ask them and say, hey, I'm from 2010, 2011. No, wait. Hey, guys, I'm from 2011. Now, you go zoop this car up for me. Add some nitro, add some of this glycerin stuff so you can make the car go fast. Have you actually discovered something called diesel as well? It's a type of petrol. It's a type of fuel, which I'm going to stop talking about because you think I'm crazy. Anyway, oh yeah, Back to the Future 3 is coming. Oh no, not Back to the Future 3. That's already come out. But the game Back to the Future Episode 5 is coming out. It's pretty cool. I'll talk to you about that later. Anyway, you Americans are going to be just killing me at the moment. Please don't know. I love you. Anyway, the storyline missions. The player can choose work on optional side investigations following a call from a dispatch. The player can also travel on foot. As well in different vehicles, so practically you're giving this kind of elements from all the other games as well, which is pretty darn sweet. Pretty darn sweet is my word of the week, or my sentence of the week. That was last week. I think I used it like all the time now, so don't worry. You will just like have to put up with me saying pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Next week it'll probably be pistachios. No, pistachio. I don't know, pistachios, man. I don't know, it's something crazy. Besides the point, yeah. So basically, what I've also learnt in this game is that it's basically, as you're the crime solver, you don't get, you kind of, say for instance there's a car crash, and there's blood, there's everything. Now you choose to analyse stuff, and your detective partner person also comes over to you and say, oh look, you missed that, which is pretty nice of him. But what I didn't know is that you can choose from what you do. So in this game, what you can do is, say I've got a pen, so, pen. Cool, pretty cool. Now the pen has blood on. I can choose to swipe that. Alright, I swipe it, it follows up a lead. Now that lead, I can choose to go to the lead, or I don't go to the lead because I like think it's worthy. Also, after the grade, after you've finished the case, you also get a grade for the case, and through that you work up the system. It's quite a nice way, and the graphics look pretty sweet as well. So pretty darn sweet, pretty darn sweet, mateys. Anyway, yeah. So oh, remember, it's National Pirate Day, so it's excellent. I can't wait. Anyway, yeah. So basically, it's going to be, you know, it's an open world third-person shooter action adventure. It's an 18, so Peggy 18, which I didn't do this time. I don't even think it said it this time so well. So it's M for mature as well, so it's 18 game. No, I don't think I'd normally buy these games, but recently, like recently as in 2 years, it's kind of like CSI in a way, or NCIS, something like that. It looks really good. There's actually some walkthrough things of the creator talking to you about this game, and it's like, wow, actually, give me a minute. This is a pretty decent game. It says, as the title suggests, the game draws heavily from both plot and aesthetic elements from film noir. It also brings in cases. I'm not reading this. I'm just like, you know, saying stuff without my mouth moving, because obviously I'm not thinking, and obviously I think I'm dreaming, and I have a bad throat, so I'm ill. Yeah, which I should be doing this really. No, I'm gonna keep doing it. You recently I'm gonna get my Xbox back, and you're gonna be like, hey guys, my name's Lewis. I'm ill. No, I wouldn't be like that. I'd be like, hey, I'm Lewis. Wait, hey, I'm Lewis. I'm ill, and I would like to talk to you today about a game called Lego Star Wars 5. Yeah, that's it. I'm all good. Anyway, yeah, so basically I could do that. Anyway, so you could just do this detective and the buildings is burnt. It's a pretty cool game. You never know, I might get it. It seems pretty sweet, and it seems like it's going to be a pretty long game as well because of how long it's going to be. The only thing I don't like is violence, but you know, I've done like Dead Island. I want that. That seems pretty decent. Yeah, so it's gonna be good. That's all I know, actually, to be honest. I don't think there's many more options. There's no multiplayer gameplay of which I can see, but you know, it's gonna be good. It's single player. Yep. It's on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Release date is the 20th of May. And guys, yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet. I don't know what to say. It's, you know, it's kind of, you've got this game which is just crime solving. For some of you it might not appeal to, but it's not going to be like, have you ever, if you've played the CSI crime saving game on Xbox 360, there's a trailer, and then there's like the demo as well, and I played the demo the other day and I kind of stopped playing after a while because it wasn't me. I couldn't stand there and look for evidence. I had to be in this computer and control myself around. I was like, what's the fun in that? Seriously, get it right. And you know, it's kind of like, wow, okay, that's not boring. But seeing this, it's kind of like, actually, it looks pretty fun. You've got the gore, you've got the evidence, you can find crime scenes. It's quite nice, but also, as it says, you can take control. If you're in a vehicle and you get this message coming in, you can just go, right, I want to take over that case. Which also brings me to Driver San Francisco, which it's not in the same place, but yeah, Driver. They've just brought out a new Driver game, which is coming out later this year, which I will be doing a kind of document thing on later on, like this week or something, most likely. So I'm running out of games. I'm like looking at games. I'm like, there's no more games coming out. What do I do? And so I need to wait for the E3 kind of thing in June to find out what else is coming out, because I want to do, because Assassin's Creed Revelations is coming out, and that just looks pretty sweet. But yeah, you know, so Driver is the dude. If you remember the Driver games, that's absolutely amazing. And the guy's in a coma, and he actually, if you won't believe it, but the majority of that game's played in a coma. But at this point, take down criminals instead of being the criminal. Because if you remember in Driver, he got put away for doing these crimes because he was a detective, wasn't he? So that's Tanner. And now he's kind of come back from prison. I don't know why I went to prison in the first place. I've forgotten. I need to play that game again. Parallel Lines was an amazing game. I remember like completing it a bunch of times. Oh, did you remember the cheats? Oh, right, I need to go. Sorry, my computer's just... When I said explode, about my hard drive explode when it gets to 10 minutes, no, it implodes. It implodes. Yes, I'm sorry. So I'm going to have to go. I've got, like, time to say goodbye. Anyway, so I thank you guys. I've been Lewis. You have been my audience. Thank you for watching. Subscribe at the top if you want to see more videos coming out this week, or check out my latest videos. Thanks, guys, and I shall chat to you later.